I really like Shawn Ryan. He always got something good to say.
I've been pretty quiet about Pam Bondi in front of Congress the other day, talking about how the Dow's up to 50,000. Nobody gives a fuck. Because what you should be talking about is how you are going to investigate and prosecute any pedophiles that were running around on Epstein Island that you're affiliated with. But we didn't talk about that, did we? Oh, and what's the excuse? What was the excuse? Oh, if we prosecute everybody, the whole system would go down.
What does that tell you? If you prosecute everybody and the whole system will go down, that means that system should not be there. That's what any sensible person would say. Why would you have a system where everybody, matter of fact, let's make it even worse. That's basically saying if the people at the top want to be pedos, we have to allow them to be pedos, pay them to be pedos. Just because if we do arrest them, then our system goes down. I think we need a new system. The fact that they said that out loud is crazy. Pam Bondi made an absolute ass out herself when matter of fact, I don't even think she made an ass out herself. Now that I'm really like thinking about it, I don't think she made an ass out of herself. Because she said everything that she said there, but nothing is going to happen. Yeah, it might look bad. That's it. It's like kind of sort of being humiliated, but life goes on. Who cares? If she's still in her position, she still has a job. And if they replace her, it's going to be replaced with somebody that's going to do the same exact thing as they do. She's literally hired to do the same exact thing as the last person did and the person before. None of them go there and be like, hey, man, I don't know what the hell Trump doing. I think he should release the files. This is crazy. He being stupid. I want to. He said, no, my hands are tied, but I want to release. Nobody ever said that. They always go there and her job is literally to defend all the nonsense. That's what she came there for. This doesn't mean this is what she's thinking. This doesn't mean this is what she believes should happen. It's just that it's her job to sit there and when asked a question about if she prosecuted somebody from the Epstein files, her job is to say, but what about the stock market? The stock market is going up. 401ks is up. Why are we talking about the Epstein files? That's her job. So now we getting mad at somebody for doing their job. Imagine going to work and people are penalizing you for doing your job. I'm not even mad at Pam Bondi. Not anymore. It's not her fault. It's the system that she works for that we all pay into. The system is the problem. It's no way that the people above her could allow that to happen because they act like she's the belle of the ball, like she's the big dog there. She's not. She has to follow instructions. The second that she doesn't, she will be replaced by somebody that will follow instructions. Now, any sensible person, if they're in her position, they would rather just be replaced. Hold some integrity instead of protecting pedos. I can give you that. But overall, she's just doing her job. The system is the problem. And then that's what people need to focus on. Not focus on Pam Bondi making an ass of herself. Not focus on anybody else that would be in that position. That's not important. Focus on why she went there and got embarrassed, but she still got a job today. What was the point of the theater? It doesn't make any sense. So while we sitting here talking about it, like Pam Bondi said this, that, and so what? Her job, she's still at work today. Kash Patel too. After he lied under oath, I want to know if these people are going to be held for perjury. I want to know if these people are going to have some type of consequences for their actions for lying. Because he said that it was nothing in there, and we obviously see there's a lot in there that that investigation could be had. He said that there was no evidence that Epstein trafficked anybody to anyone except himself. It was just him. It's just, the kiddie stuff. That's it. And it's for him and him only. Nobody else in the files, which was a lie. A big lie. I wonder what he's going to get for that. Put in the comment section what you believe is going to happen to Pam Bondi or Kash Patel. I want to hear what you got to say.
Well, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like how Trump ran his campaign. Let's drain the swamp. Doesn't that sound a lot like draining the swamp? It actually is drain the swamp served up to you on a fucking silver platter. But you're not going to take it, are you? You're going to protect pedophiles. You're going to protect pedophiles rather than go after them and hope that everybody's happy that the Dow hit 50,000. Are you fucking out of your mind? I guess the whole drain the swamp campaign promise was another fucking bullshit lie, huh? Man, the lies are stacking up fast. I've never seen so many fucking lies appear in, what, a year? It's only been a fucking year. Look at all the fucking lies. You know, I wanted to talk to you about something else, too. Then you got Pam Bondi and what's that other guy's name? Todd Blanche. Yeah, running around giving Ro Khanna and Massey all this shit because they accidentally put two names that are apparently innocent, you know, out that were in the Epstein files. Well, I got fucking news for you. You know, you have two guys that are in Congress that are actually doing shit, and you give them shit because they made a mistake when they're trying to do the fucking job of the entire Department of Justice, because nobody over there will do their fucking job when it comes to putting pedophiles away in prison.
That is absolutely true. It is crazy because Thomas Massey, and I don't know the other guy's name, but I know his face. These people try to do the hardest jobs. And the only reason why we got this far is because of these people pushing. What's more interesting, this is what people might have missed, right? Because this is the most interesting thing. The lawyer or whatever, they were victims in the files. They told them not to show the victims' names when they released them, not to. The DOJ and them, they released the victims' names in the files. That's not the bad part. Because we can all say that was a oopsie. We just missed that. Our mistake. We was just unredacting things. And that just happened. That's what you would say, right? But no, because they kept one name redacted. It wasn't the victim's name. It was the perpetrator's name. So they made sure that they put out the victim's name. That means they went through it and said, no, we have to protect this pedo. Epstein already had co-conspirators. They saying Epstein didn't do nothing with nobody and Travis didn't. Then what the hell is Ghislaine Maxwell doing in jail? What the hell is she in jail for? If nobody did nothing, he and Travis did nobody to nobody, then what the hell is she doing? And why is she in a minimum security prison now? She goes from a max or whatever she was at to basically a summer camp. Why? How does that make sense? It's for a reason. Something is really up. And then the only people that's actually trying to fight for the American people and trying to get some type of justice is the people that's getting the shit. Could you imagine that? Imagine the people that look at the superheroes and then say everything wrong that the superhero did, forgetting that they're trying to save everyone. And instead of you worrying about all the crime that they have to save people from, you're worrying about them and how they save people from the crime.
So you give them shit because two people are trying to do the job of the entire Department of Justice. Fuck you. Fuck you. And here's another thing I'm getting tired of is seeing all these fucking politicians, congressmen, senators, fucking talking about all the shit that they saw in the unredacted files. And then you know what they do? They go right to X and they post about it and tell us all how shocked we would be of what's in those fucking files. Guess what, congressmen? Guess what, senators? There's the speech and debate clause that says you cannot be sued for anything you say on the House floor. So here's a tip. Get to fucking work. Permission granted.
I'd have ran my goddamn mouth on that goddamn House floor. We are talking about protecting, forget just the adults and all the illegal stuff that they're doing and the money laundering and taking money from our people and doing all this nonsense that they do. We're talking about children now. If you're a nation that cannot even protect children, I don't even know where you live. That is terrible. if we can't even think like, all right, let's just protect, just don't touch kids. That's it. You can go steal and beat everybody else up and do whatever you got to do and take over other countries and blow them up and send us to war. You can do whatever you want to do. Just leave the kids alone. That's it. They're like, nah, I can't do that. We got to eat them and we got to use them for other stuff.
Oh, and one last thing. One last thing. I saw this shit pop up the
What's
other
that?
day. Obama goes on some random podcast that nobody's ever heard of and just happens to drop, oh, aliens are real. Yeah, tell me that shit's not fucking orchestrated. Right in the middle of the biggest pedophile ring exposed in the fucking world. All of a sudden, we're gonna drop that aliens are real. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. Fucking aliens. Fuck off.